May. He played for LA Lakers and he's now with Sunderland. Eugene Waldron plays for Leicester, a great entertainer. The team coached by Peter Mintoff, the Leicester coach. The Southern All-Stars are coached by Kevin Cadle, Kingston's coach. And the players to look out for there, Dale Shackelford, 6'6", player and coach at Worthing. Alton Bird, so instrumental in Kingston's success this season, the little guy at 5'9". Teammate Martin Clark, also at Kingston, considered by many as the top player in the league. Now in the All-Stars match, the game is played in 4 quarters. We join it towards the end of the second quarter with the South leading 64-57. Our commentators are Bill Beswick and Paul Dickinson.
Balogun moving inside, tries the hook shot. Carl Brown coming away for the North. Will he try the shot? No, feeds Eugene Waldron. And look at this. Clyde Vaughan tries the long shot, and this time successful. So the South's lead reduced 64-59. Just over a minute left in the second quarter. Ronnie Baker making an interception there, and that sent Brian Heron to the basket for another 2 points for the South. 14 points for Heron.
He's been particularly impressive today. Not seen too much of him in the league, but he's a big, strong player, and he's certainly scoring his points. Steve Bucknell there. Situation, Steve looks for the gap. You can see the foul. You cannot tackle in basketball. He reaches across. Blues keep possession, sideline.
Well, another substitution. That's Eugene Waldron trying for the long shot there. And a bit of a tussle underneath the basket. What's this? 3 players involved there. There's 12 Balogun behind. He's just spectating at the moment. But Andrew Bailey ending up on the deck. Now here's another speed merchant, Ronnie Baker. What's this? Good feed inside. That's Brian Heron again, and another good 2 points for him. So the South extending their lead 68-61. There's only 26 seconds left on the clock in this second quarter. I don't really think the North are going to want to go too far behind going into this second half. We've got another 2 quarters left, 17 seconds left. This is Joel Moore.
Joel knows how to play this. He's taking his time, he's watching the clock, he's waiting for one last option. No mistakes, somebody will get a clear shot at the hoop. Look at that pass, wasn't that beautiful? Joel Moore ran the clock down, kept his head up, kept great vision, and found the man open under the basket, drew the foul. What a great pass, over the top of the defense. Number 8 turns there and draws the foul. Chris Kearney over the top, foul called.
Chris Kearney's second foul, and that's just what the South wanted. There's only 1 second to go, and that's another point. Richard Scantlebury, 69-61, the South lead, 1 second left. Chris Kearney with a long pass there to Russ Saunders, but the hooter goes. So at the end of the first half, or the 2 quarters, the South are leading the North 69 points to 61. Second half in which the South All-Stars lead the North by 69-61. That's Obaseki in blue and Tony Balogun in yellow going for the tip-off. Obaseki wins, straight to Russ Saunders. This shot there by Harris, that's taken by the local boy. Out to Tony Balogun. And away comes Ronnie Baker. So the South leading 69-61 at the end of the first half. We're playing another 2 quarters, so plenty of time left for the North to get back. That was a good feedback there to Ernest Lee, but a missed shot. Dan Maher on a drive there, but didn't get close to the basket. South's defence far too tight. Ronnie Baker comes away again. He's very, very quick.
It was good defensive help by Dave Harris for the North. Ronnie Baker, number 5 there, had a great first half. Look how quick he is. He's only short, 5'11", but Dave Harris comes over. Ball goes out of bounds. South retain possession.
So just to show that you don't have to be a giant in basketball, it helps, but when you've got the speed and the shooting ability there of Ronnie Baker, you can play to the highest level, and he's now got 11 points. That's Russ Saunders with a long shot. That's missed. Obaseki gets it, and he dunks it.
Excellent rebounding by Michael Obaseki from Manchester. Got good position, and here he goes. You see him get good position. He goes up and makes a two-handed dunk. Good work.
We just saw Obaseki there at the other end with a great defensive rebound, and there he is again with another 2 points. So Obaseki really hot at the start of the second half.
Great start by the North. They've reduced the margin to 4 points, and it looks now as though they've really come out to play.
Dale Roberts out to Shackelford. There's Shackelford with a shot, but he feeds it away to Dale Roberts again. Balogun underneath the basket. He's going to be dangerous there, and that's tipped away by Obaseki. There's Roberts, and 2 points to the South again. 73 to 65. Russ Saunders there, number 11, bringing the ball down court. Out to Miha. Ernest Lee there close.
Ernest Lee taking advantage of his 6'4" size against being marked at the moment by Andrew Bailey, who's about 6 foot. So here he goes. Watch him turn. He uses extra size to lean in, and the little fake draws the foul. Now he's going to make the foul shots. Ernest Lee from Derby, number 4.
Ernest Lee makes it 6 points, his total in the match so far. Ronnie Baker bringing it away again. Good ball control. Out to Shackelford. There he is again. It's a good shot there. He reversed and then turned around almost 360 degrees. That's to Miha. That's Obaseki, and I guess you could call that a foul. I don't think there was any doubt at all about that. Obaseki there taking possession. Watch it again. Miha feeds Obaseki. There's Ronnie Baker coming across, and Bill, a foul?
I think so, without doubt. You see, he snatches at the ball and takes his arms away, and he even continues with the momentum to pull Obaseki to the floor, which is quite a brave move when you consider there's about 6 inches difference in height between the two men.
But again, Ronnie Baker very, very quick back to defence. Obaseki, 12 points, and that remains his total. There's Miha, and he adds to his total. That makes the South 73, the North 69, so the North coming back. Just over 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. And I just wonder, because it is an All-Stars game and not a league match, what sort of things would the coaches have been saying at half-time?
Well, they've been trying to get them to play team basketball. In the first half, of course, it's very difficult. You come from different clubs, it's difficult to get harmony. You tend to play your own favourite moves, but now the game's becoming important. And the teams will be playing team basketball, looking for good passing, good motion, reducing the number of errors. We just saw another one there. Here it is. Mike Obaseki comes in, and it's Ernest Lee under the hoop. The ball comes off the hoop. Rebound taken.
There's Miha combining there well with Dave Harris, and he sinks another 2 points for the North. So the gap now down to 2. There's Brian Heron. He feeds Tony Balogun. Balogun makes a long shot there, but the rebound taken by one of the smallest players on the court. And there's a very long shot indeed. And there's that man again, Ronnie Baker. But Ernest Lee recovers. Dan Mahar there feeds inside to Dave Harris. There's Dave Harris.
Dave Harris has done really well for Leicester, and it's a tribute to his efforts and his skill that has been selected for this All-Star game. Let's not forget that there are many players that could be chosen for this game, and it's quite an honour to be on the court. And for Dave Harris, who's worked so hard at his game when he was at Halifax and now down here at Leicester, he's done really well to be in this position, and he's playing a very good game.
Well, Harris just on the fringes of the England team, and if he carries on playing like this, it could well be he get his first cap. So the score 73 all, the game tied. That may well have been Harris's foul, in fact. There's Harris.
This is a very fast move by Heron, Brian Heron. He draws the foul. He's a very talented player, this man. That's number 9, Brian Heron from Worthing. He's scored well, and he's quick and big and strong. Good combinations.
Well, that puts the South back in the lead, and in fact Heron has scored 18 points, so major contribution to this game. There he is, number 9. Joel Moore clear there, easy 2 points for him. So both teams combining well now. There seems to be a more urgent part to their game, and that's a long shot by Russ Saunders. That's what he specialises in. Blues make a steal again, and that's a good 2 points for Ernest Lee. So within the space of 5 seconds, the North go back into the lead. That's 5 points. So they're in the lead 78 to 77. So a bit of sloppy defence there means the North go into the lead for the first time in this second half. There's Joel Moore.
One can feel the defence stepping up now. The crowd are shouting defence, defence, and one feels that everything's beginning to happen now. Pace is stepping up. Ernest Lee on the break. Plenty of support from Obaseki. There's Obaseki. Oh, the crowd like that. Terrific play by Michael Obaseki.
They're certainly enjoying those dunks. Well, there's Ronnie Baker again. What a great shot. Russ Saunders comes away, and certainly a lot more speed in this second half. There's Russ Saunders, he feeds out to Lee. Oh, missed shot there from Steve Bucknell. The South come away very quickly. There's Joel Moore, should be an easy 2 points for him. So the game toing and froing now. The North back in the lead, 80 points to 79.
Both teams in man-to-man. Ernest Lee, a long, long shot from downtown. Doesn't make it, but Dave Harris hustles for the rebound. That's Ernest Lee. Big, strong guard player. Got long distance shot, marked by Joel Moore. Coach Kevin Cadle there, giving his instructions.
Oh, a bit of travelling there. That was by Dave Harris. So the South get possession. And substitution there, and what a great contribution he had, Dave Harris. Super game so far. So Ronnie Baker, long shot, but that's well blocked out by Ernest Lee. So Ernest Lee really having a super game at the moment, but Tony Balogan recovered, and that's another 2 points to the South. They go back in the lead, 81 to 80. Here's Ernest Lee again. That's Chris Kearney going for a drive. Oh, I think that's a foul by Balogan, and that is his 4th foul. No doubt about that at all. We were looking there. Watch this again. Tony Balogan reaching across, pulled his arm, so that will send him to the free throw line. And Tony Balogan in foul trouble.
And that's the kind of foul you wouldn't get in a normal club game. Just a little bit lack of discipline on defence. It's a fun evening, it's a fun game, and players do get a little bit sloppy, but they can pay by fouling out of the game. That's the last thing they want to do on an all-star evening. Michael Obaseki making Tony Balogan pay for that sloppy foul.
Well, an interesting situation. The lead so far in this match has changed 16 times. Just saw a super shot there. That was a big 3-point shot there from Joel Moore. So the South in the lead, 84 to 81. As we were saying, the lead has changed hands 16 times in the match. So that shows you the sort of match it is. But defence certainly tightening up now. The South come away for a drive, and that's Joel Moore.
What you do get with all-star players is perfect execution, and that was a 2 versus 1 fast break that was absolutely perfectly executed.
A fumble there by Eugene Waldron, and that's Andrew Bailey. He'll be unattended there for an easy drive into the basket. So the South have pulled away in a matter of minutes, 88 to 81. Just under 5 minutes left of this third quarter. There's that man again, and that could be Balogun's 5th foul. It was Obaseki who got the rebound. He's going to go to the free throw line.
Here's the situation with the basket. Tony reaches in, and he's just slightly mistimes it. Causes his 4th foul, and of course the coach will remove him from the game.
Well, maybe a bit of confusion about exactly how many fouls Tony Balogun does have, but nevertheless he's off court at the moment. So we got Eugene Waldron bringing the ball up for the North. They're 5 points behind at the moment. That was a fast drive, but he fumbled, so Joel Moore comes away again. Beautiful reverse pass, and Andrew Bailey goes in, missed shot. Good rebound there from Obaseki, so he's doing well in defence and attack.
Brian Heron with a super dunk. Easy pass, good move. And the game just a little bit ragged at the moment. The North taking the wrong options and trailing 5 points because of it. Just a little bit of ego on the court, making my move rather than the team move. That's good enough though. That closes the gap.
Well, the South on a drive again, but intercepted by the North. This is Clyde Vaughan, he feeds out, and that's a good shot there from Steve Bucknell. And we've cleared up the confusion certainly about the foul situation. Indeed, Tony Balogun has 5, but because this is an All-Stars game, they're being allowed 6 fouls before they have to leave the court. What a super left-handed shot that was by Eugene Waldron.
It was nice work by Gene Waldron, number 5 from Leicester. Good skill here. Into the gap, little soft touch off his left hand. Good high arc, good basket.
Fast break there by the North. Good dummy. That was Steve Bucknell underneath the basket. And that was Shackelford fouling for the South, so that will send Bucknell to the free throw line.
Steve Bucknell coming in. He loses control slightly. He's a little bit lucky to get that foul, but he'll make them pay from the foul line. Great player, Steve Bucknell. Played professional basketball in America, now with the Sunderland team.
And unbelievably, the North back in the lead, 91 points to 90. So the lead changing hands yet again. See if Steve Bucknell can add this extra point. And indeed he does. He's scored 11 points so far, so the North back up to a 2-point lead, 92 to 90. It's Brian Heron there being kept out very well indeed by the North defence, but eventually the points go to the North. Good play there by the North. It's Clyde Vaughan with the basket. This is Joel Moore. Feeds Brian Heron. He feeds Ronnie Baker with the long shot.
Again, the problem of the wrong choice of shot. That Ronnie Baker there just forcing it and turning over the ball. It's difficult in an open game like this, but you still have to have the self-discipline of choosing the right shots, the shots you know you can make.
Interesting shot there from Steve Bucknell. He was almost off the court and reached round. Have a look at this. He's being forced out there by the South defence and has to reach round. Nearly 2 points. So the foul called, and that sends Bucknell to the free throw line now. The North 2 points in the lead. Just over 2.5 minutes left this third quarter.
Steve Bucknell not having the greatest of games. He's essentially a team player, a defensive expert. That's what North Carolina recruited him for, and then Los Angeles Lakers. He's a great defensive player, but essentially a team player. And All-Star games are not about team. They're about individuals showing the talent. So perhaps this is not the right forum for Steve's talent.
That was Ronnie Baker there, but the North recover. This is Eugene Waldron. He feeds inside. And Clyde Vaughan goes up for the shot. Foul is called by on Roberts. That's Dale Roberts' second foul. Watch it again.
This is Gene Waldron going in. He dumps the ball back to Clyde Vaughan. Clyde uses his great power, 16 stones, 6'4", forces himself up and draws the foul. You have to be strong to play in there. It doesn't matter too much about height if you can spring, but you do have to be physically strong.
Well, as you saw from that shot, a big strong boy he might be, but the finesse of a good shooter. The referee's just making sure the net is not going to impede the shooting of Clyde Vaughan.
Now where I play, we have to send for a step ladder for that.
Ronnie Baker slowing the game down a little bit. That's out to Scantlebury, to Joel Moore. He's being kept out there by Carl Brown, the local boy. The South moving the ball around the zone. There's Joel Moore again. He feeds out. So foul called, and Yellows will get possession. The foul by Chris Kearney. That's his third.
Joel Moore, lovely balance. Isn't that beautiful? Draws all the defenders, look, it leaves the man open to the basket. Great player, Joel Moore, 6'3", very quick, but great ball skills.
It's Clyde Vaughan with a missed shot, but the North keep possession. Eugene Waldron there just stepping out of bounds. Joel Moore on a break. That's fed inside. That's going to be a good basket. That was Scantlebury. He's got 7 points so far in the game, as Carl Brown takes the ball up court for the North. It's back out to Clyde Vaughan. He misses the shot. And watch Ronnie Baker come away. What great speed he's got. Oh, a good feed there, but a missed shot. That was a shame. So real end-to-end stuff now. Eugene Waldron putting the ball away. And again, Joel Moore on a fast break. Another 2 points for the South. So the lead toing and froing again. The South now in the lead 98 to 97.
1 minute left in the third quarter. North in possession, looking for the inside pass. It's a bit crowded in there, but that's a nice pass inside. Gene Waldron makes the basket, but it was a lovely pass by Clyde Vaughan.
16 points to him as Joel Moore gets another 2 down at the other end. So the South go over 100. And they're 1 point in the lead. There you see it. That was for a 3-point shot. Left-handed shot there by Kevin St Kitts. There's Ronnie Baker, the little lad. But what height he got, 5'9", and he made that basket look really small.
That plays super. He's really enjoying himself, isn't he? Isn't it lovely to see such talent, young Englishman?
Well, Carl Brown there was playing games with the defence. He was bringing the ball down there, so some great ball players on the court. Here we go again, watch this. Missed this time, Joel Moore ends up on the deck. There you see the score at the end of the third quarter, with the South All-Stars leading the North. A very tight game, 102 to 101. So the crowd being thoroughly entertained. We've seen some fantastic skills here, and who knows who's going to win this match. It's pride at stake now, certainly from both coaches' point of view and from the players.
And what I think we'll see now is the real game. We've had 3 quarters of entertainment and rather loose defence, but now I think in the final quarter we'll see both teams really playing.
Scantlebury there making no mistake. So that gives the South the edge. They're 3 points in the lead now. Long shot there, though, from the North. What a shot from Eugene Waldron. 19 points, Eugene Waldron, so far. That was Richard Scantlebury again. That's missed, so the North are going to come away with the advantage. There's Carl Brown on the ball. He's the local boy, feeds inside. Great shot there from Clyde Vaughan.
Perfect execution of the fast break. 2 versus 1, Carl Brown draws his man. Clyde Vaughan finishes the job off. Great players on the court now, 10 all-star players and great execution of basketball.
That was a super shot there from Joel Moore. So the score coming back to within 1 point, the South leading 107 to 106. There's Carl Brown, local Leicester lad, and he's really improved over the last season. Bit of messing around there. There's Brown again. Joel Moore bringing the ball away. Out to Ronnie Baker, and look at that speed. Shame about the missed shot. Eugene Waldron tries to go around Shackelford, and again.
Defense has certainly tightened up. It's not as easy to score as it was before, but with passes like that from Gene Waldron, life is made easy for Clyde Vaughan. Gene Waldron now looking up, great vision, a very fast pass, and Clyde Vaughan makes the shot look easy.
16 points for Waldron. That's a miss there. The South missing a couple of attempts, but Dale Roberts making no mistake with that rebound. That's Chris Kearney being substituted, and local favourite Dan Meeher coming on. So a bit of fresh muscle coming into the team, and straight away Meeher gets into the action, and that was a foul by the South. That was Dale Roberts, his second foul. Watch this again. There you see he reached over the top. So no mistaking that one. Andrew Bailey, very fast breakout to Joel Moore. Joel Moore, I was just about to say, makes no mistake, and that's very unusual for Joel Moore. He's had a very high percentage of shots away on the fast break, but not that time. That was the turn for the North to miss one. That's fed inside, no mistake this time for Clyde Vaughan, and a timeout called. The score 110 to the North and 109 to the South.
All right, every one of their men is looking to drive to the bucket, so everybody move over to give some help on the penetrations. All right, let's go, man. Come on, let's go. 1, 2, let's go.
Simple but very effective advice from Kevin Cadle. Speed plus control, but control comes first. No point in having a fast break if you don't score at the end of it. And his team have just missed 4 easy shots under the basket. The last one we saw from Joel Moore. And the other point he makes is, of course, the North's offensive tactics are to go to the hoop. So if all 5 defenders close the hoop down, they're going to find it really difficult.
That's Joel Moore being kept out by Carl Brown, and Carl Brown almost making an interception. We're out to Shackelford. A loose pass there, so the North have possession. And I think he forgot to throw the ball in. Almost caught the referee off guard there, but eventually the ball comes back to Carl Brown. So I'm sure both coaches making sure that mistakes are kept to a minimum. That's a long shot. Rebound there by Vaughan. So the players really queuing up on the top of this zone for possession. That's Meeher tried to go inside. And a bad pass there again. Very
good play by the South. They're doing exactly what Kevin Cadle asked them to. They're crowding into the blue area in the centre there so that the North cannot get the ball inside. We'll see how many players they've got trapping the ball there. Good defence by the South. Forcing the North to outside shot, but it's that man Gene Waldron who can make them.
He's got 21 points, so a major contributor to the success of the North, and they go back into the lead now. They've got a 4-point cushion. Just over 8.5 minutes left in the final quarter. It's Brian Heron. He goes for the long shot. So 20 points there in total. That was a super shot there from Clyde Vaughan. Stretches their lead to 7 points. That's Scantlebury. He goes out to Joel Moore, and that was a long shot but missed again. Brian Heron recovers, and a foul called there in defence.
That's great play by Brian Heron, because he forced a foul on Clyde Vaughan. This is Dan Mayer, the Leicester hero. Joe Moore takes the outside. Now watch Heron underneath the basket, number 9 yellow. He fights for the rebound, he protects the ball, he leans into Clyde Vaughan, and Clyde can do nothing about that, and he deflects the ball off the glass into the basket. Good play by Brian Heron.
Brian Heron there, 23 points and 2 fouls, so still a youngster and still really, I suppose, a beginner in terms of top-flight basketball. So to get into the All-Stars team in the first place has been a major achievement.
Well, he's certainly made his mark this evening, and I know there's a lot of coaches in the crowd, and so a few of them might be considering him for their team.
So the North 4 points in the lead.
It's a nice move, little turn inside, Carl Brown, but again the foul, you see, you can't tackle in basketball. If the offensive player's got the space and he's going to the hoop, really you can only leave him be or go above him and check the ball cleanly from the top.
Played in the United States at college, but local lad from Leicester. Just rolled round the ring, but a great rebound there from Clyde Vaughan yet again. So the Sunderland man puts another 2 points on the board for the North, and he's scored 22 points in the game so far.
And it's the North that definitely have the rhythm of the game at this moment. They're controlling their offense a lot better and making the South into forced errors. And Carl Brown here setting them up. 5-point lead for the North.
Steve Buckland with a shot, that's missed, and Tony Balogun takes the rebound. Feeds straight out to Ronnie Baker, and here's the fast man again. There's Dan Mayhew who comes away. There's Carl Brown with a long shot for 3 points. And again, oh, great pass there to Lee. That was great vision. Tony Balogun ties it up there for the South, but there's the fast break, a bit of sloppy defence by the North, and really a sloppy shot there to be missed. The South can ill afford to do that at this stage in the game. The North still 5 points in the lead, and good passing there. Great shot by Waldron. And Dale Roberts is way down the court on his own, and he returns it with interest.
Terrific play, look at that. Gene Waldron enjoying himself, flipping it through his legs, flipping it back, and eventually putting the ball in the hoop. Wasn't that great? Look at this again. He draws the defensive players, head up, good vision, and look, here we go, alley-oop. Ball fed wide, and he gets it right back, and he finishes the job off. Great play by Gene Waldron from Leicester.
That certainly woke the crowd up. So there's been a couple of scores while that's been going on, and the North leading by 5 points. 6.5 minutes left. That's Ernest Lee back at the free throw line. Ernest Lee from Derby. Smiling about it, but none of these players like to miss shots. Good shot there. 9 points to him in the match so far. This is Ronnie Baker again. Wide pass out there to Bailey. Bailey drives in, good feed. Scantlebury misses. The Yellow get possession.
South have got some problems at the moment. Their offense is not quite working. We should remember they don't have the advantage of the Kingston players, because of course Kingston very soon to play Maccabi in a European game, and quite right, the coach can't risk them in this game this evening. Oh, Ernest Lee, what a wonderful check. Came from nowhere to check the ball and reject it back down the court.
Not often that happens to Tony Balogun. He's very, very strong underneath the basket normally, but that was a great check. Just over 6 minutes left. Still the North have this 6-point cushion. But South have possession now, while some substitutions are going on. Dan Mayhew coming off for the North. That's Bailey. He feeds Balogun. Balogun with a long shot. Recovered by Steve Bucknell. Bucknell's bringing it away quickly. He goes for the drive, left-handed, and a good 2 points for him. That was a good drive.
Very athletic Steve Bucknell, Sunderland player there, and good 2 points for him. Meanwhile, Ronnie Baker, point guard, architect to the South, sets them up.
Andrew Bailey with a shot, and 2 points for him. 12 points for him in the game so far. Here's the fast man again, Ronnie Baker. Just misses. Carl Brown bringing it away. Feeds out to Steve Bucknell. Bucknell back inside to Obaseki. But big 6'8" Tony Balogan there. Intercepts. That's another three-point attempt for Ronnie Baker, and what a super game he's having.
Terrific play by this young England point guard, 5'9", and from the London area. He's not awed in the slightest by these all-stars there, like Michael Obaseki, who makes that dunk.
Well, while that was going on, there was Bucknell with 2 points, and Brian Heron at the other end. But the North still 4 points in the lead. Just over 5 minutes left. Bit of scrappy play there, but that was Steve Bucknell again for another 2 points. Here's Ronnie Baker.
Lovely pass. You can see how Bucknell gets free. He goes behind the defence. The pass is floated over, and he uses his skills to convert it to a basket.
Well, there's Ernest Lee shaking hands with Carl Brown because they just combined well to get another 2 points for the North. Well, no doubt about it. It's a very high-scoring game, but we have had 4 quarters here today. There you see it, 128 to 120. Just under 5 minutes left. And interestingly enough, only one player on both All-Stars teams has not scored, and that's Alton Bird.
And the reason, of course, we've not seen him on the court because he's being saved for the big game against Maccabi.
Here's Joel Moore. 1 against 2. Feeds back, feeds inside again. That was good play by the South. That was super, with 3 players combining well there.
It really has been a game of fast breaks. Here's one, a little flick behind the back, and as the defender moves, he pats the ball straight back. Foul is drawn. Basketball, a game of quick motion and quick changes of direction.
Richard Scantlebury at the free throw line, seeing if he can add to his total of 9 points. Another US college player and another England player.
Important moments for the South now. If they're going to reduce this deficit with 4 minutes left in the game, now is the time to start. And what better start than by Brian Herring? He's had a superb game, and he's proving to be the big man for the occasion.
He certainly is. He's scored 28 points, and that's no mean feat in a game of this standard. That's Russ Saunders trying to get round the back. Russ Saunders there stepping out of court, so it's Dale Roberts there that takes possession. On to Shackelford, the Worthing player. 6'6" playmaker there, Bill.
Yes, every club would like to have Dale Shackelford. Tremendous experience, great athlete, and as you say, a big man. Number 4 there with the ball.
That's Joel Moore forcing his way past Russ Saunders, but what a great check that was.
Brian Herring getting clear. Joel Moore, nice easy layup. No problem this time. If we go back to that check, here it is. Mike Obaseki, look how far he comes across. The ball goes inside. Here he comes. Swats the ball away. Perfect defense from Michael Obaseki.
Russ Saunders there feeding in for the North. That's another good 2 points there for Dave Harris. He's come back on and straight away made an impression. 130 to 124 the North lead. That's Joel Moore for the South. He feeds inside. Bit of a mess there. And yet again the South get in a mess, and that sends Ernest Lee away unopposed for a dunk. And that's woken the crowd up again.
Super play by Ernest Lee. 1 count stop, up high, jam the ball through the hoop, swing on the hoop. Good fun.
132 to 124. Just 2.5 minutes left. So coming to the climax of the game as Ernest Lee takes a long shot and misses. Ernest Lee again. Inside to Obaseki. He takes it left-handed, and that was a great shot. That was a super shot.
Nice play by Michael Obaseki. Great athlete. Joel Moore, all the problems in the world now. 2 minutes left. 8 points down.
Somebody's shouting easy in the crowd, but it's been far from that. The lead's changed hands many, many times during this match. The crowd have been thoroughly entertained. That's Dave Harrison again for another 2 points. So the North stretching their lead to 10. Joel Moore takes the long shot, takes the North on himself. But there's Dale Roberts in, and that'll be 2 points for him.
That's a real all-star we've not seen much of. Number 15, Dale Roberts. A great player. He's had some wonderful games in the past we've watched on television, but not featured tonight, and I think that's hurt the South somewhat.
Ernest Lee back on the ball. The Derby player. Super shot from him. So the North really stretching away now. They're 11 in the lead. Ernest Lee there scoring 18 points. So I think the crowd can sense that perhaps the North have got it sewn up, but I'm sure the South will have something to say about that, and that was almost a rebound straight into the basket by Dale Roberts. Just missed tipping it in there with his fingertips.
Of course, what the South must be looking for now are 3-point shots. 1 minute left in the game, quite a margin to cover, so they've got to look for those longer shots. Joel Moore could be the man to give them that.
Well, that's Tony Balogan. I beg his pardon, that was Steve Bucknell. He's scored well in this match so far. There's Dave Harris again. Now the North are going to get possession, and there's only 42 seconds left. They're 9 points in the lead, so unless anything dramatic happens, Ernest Lee goes on the drive. The North look as though they've got it all sewn up. But as we know, to our cost, in basketball, it doesn't always work out like that.
Not always, but they will need some good long shots. Brian Heron going in, and that's Richard Scantlebury finishing off.
And with 30 seconds left, we can tell you that Ernest Lee has won the most valuable player of the tournament award of this All-Stars match. So it's been a super day all round for him. And that's the North in again, left-handed. Dave Harris recovers, comes back out to Steve Bucknell, and only 12 seconds to go.
It's been a good performance by the North. Ernest Lee, man of the match, and they've all played well. That's Ernest Lee there, man of the match. Great performance tonight, but the North have played well generally. But let's not forget the South, the disadvantage of not having the Kingston players. They put up a good performance. Very enjoyable game.
So as the clock ticks away, the North have done it. They've won 139 points to 132. This is the third ever All-Stars match, and what a match it's been.